Hi Star Fam, welcome to another reading for the collective. I hope everybody's doing great. Um, let's get started. Okay. Most High God, what does the Star Fam collective need to know today? Stag Spirit Leadership. Oops. Fuck. Hang on a second. Sorry about that, collective. Just had a runaway bottle. Okay. Let's get some mermaid. Oracle of the Mermaid cards. The deer on the deer. Alright, what else does the Star Fam Collective need to know? Energy field adjustment, aura cleansing, and health. No! I need to grab some stones. Hang on a sec. There's a couple over here. Okay. Get you an Archangel and Gemstone Oracle card. Archangel Michael. I'm focused. I see, sense, feel, and know the truth. I follow my intuition. It's easy for me to meditate. My entourage of angels orchestrates my life. I receive messages all the time and follow my internal guidance system. Wisdom is innate within me. And the stone is lapis lazuli. Are you listening to your inner guidance? Let go of the extra stress in your life. Release obstacles that cause frustration. Align with the angels and allow divine orchestration to light your path to bring you to the right place at the right time. Flow and allow your inner guidance to show you the way. Listen to that still small voice within in order to find the answers you seek. Alright, now we're going to get one from, ooh, this one flipped out. Let's distill yourself time. I know time can be used for seasonal depression, like as a tea. So it looks like you're being asked to step into a leadership position, and this requires an energy field adjustment, some aura cleansing. You're being told to listen to your inner guidance, maybe work with lapis lazuli or call upon Archangel Michael for help, and to distill yourself. So maybe get down to the essence of what's most important within you. I would say because of beginning with leadership and energy field adjustment, that it's more about removing things that are in your way to really get down to the core of your soul so that you can lead from like the position of your higher self. Let's get a little more clarity. Why don't we start with the Wizard's Tarot? I think there are more than one Wizard Tarot. This is the one that I have with the dragon on it. Okay. What does the Starfam Collective need to know in this reading? The King of Swords. So that could represent you, collective, or someone you're dealing with. It could also represent Archangel Michael. He already came out. So he might be helping you with this leadership position. Knight of Swords. So someone rushing in to speak the truth. It's in the upright. And Page of Swords. So you might be getting a message or communication. You might be communicating. I mean, that's heavy sword energy. King of Swords, Knight of Swords, Page of Swords. So maybe your leadership position has to do with communication, clear, honest communication. Michael is the sword of truth. And he's also the word of God. And if you know anything about tarot, you know that swords rules air, communication, and speaking the truth, or slicing through the bullshit to get to the truth. So that might be significant for you. Maybe, what are you doing? Maybe your leadership position is going to involve speaking the truth, clarifying the truth, illuminating the truth, cutting through the bullshit to the truth. What else does the Starfam Collective need to know? The Three of Wands. The Tower. So maybe you're speaking the truth, or getting down to the truth, or communicating the truth. Has something to do with the future, waiting for returns on your investment. And this has to do with some kind of divine judgment or change. Maybe a breaking down of old systems that no longer work. Three of Swords. So this might have to do with a relationship or some kind of heartbreak or betrayal. All right, let's clarify that a little. I'll grab some messed up cards. Ace of Cups. Whoa. Hey, collective. Oh, wait a minute. Sorry. These are going rogue. Five of Wands. So, this is really interesting. So, the King of Swords is clarified by Ace of Cups. So, the masculine energy that's speaking the truth is being clarified by the gift of love. So maybe your leadership ability to speak the truth is a divine gift. Maybe that's something that you have within you, and that's why the energy field adjustment and the lapis lazuli. Lapis lazuli can be used to transmute energy when you are in a position of leadership or guidance. And then it says distill yourself. So again, you're kind of making medicine from it. And then the Knight of Swords is clarified by the Five of Wands. So this rushing in to speak the truth is clarified by winning despite the cost or at any cost. It's kind of like a selfish, aggressive, chaotic kind of energy. Page of Swords is clarified by Eight of Wands. So yeah, there's going to be some kind of message coming forward, either from you or someone else. Three of Wands. Let's clarify Three of Wands. The Ace of Wands, but it came out in the reverse, so there might not be a new start if you've invested in something already. And Five of Pentacles, and that was in the reverse too. I never looked at this card before. Cute. Okay, yeah, so Five of Pentacles can mean you're not out in the cold. So there's not going to be a new start or a new beginning or a new creation. But also, there's not going to be any being left out or exiled. And we have the Tower. The Moon. And the Queen of Pentacles. So whatever divine judgment is coming in, it's going to be about something that's been hidden, perhaps about a feminine earth sign. And what else is a collective note? Let's clarify Three of Swords. Oops, it's too many. Also too many. Okay. The Six of Wands in the reverse. So whatever this heartbreak or betrayal was, it might have had something to do with blocking recognition from others, maybe in your career, maybe online. And the King of Wands. And this could be you, collective. You could be this masculine fire energy, or it could be someone that you're dealing with. Okay. You know what? Actually, let's get... No, let's get some of these first. Alright, what mess deck cards does a collective need? Could you clarify the King of Swords and the Ace of Cups for the Star Fam Collective, please? Oops. Alright, so we'll take this one, Vatican City. confusion. What else? What else does the Starfan Collective need to know in this reading? NGC884, I think that's a star. A couple more. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel, and you can check out my TikTok if that's something that interests you. And feline. So I don't know if any of those have any meaning for you, collective. Okay, let's get you a keeper of the light. Joan of Arc, voice of truth. Stand strong, focus on your purpose, release the fear of persecution, and speak your truth. So, collective, here's what I'm getting. There is a very strong air energy that's happening right now. Between the leadership, the energy field adjustment, the Archangel Michael, the Distill Yourself, and then the first 3 Swords cards that came out, and then this Joan of Arc card. So whatever your leadership gift is, I really do feel like it has something to do with communication. It has something to do with clarity, speaking the truth, cutting through the bullshit, whatever form that might take. And the Joan of Arc card, I think, is significant because she also was called to speak her truth, and she's very young, kind of all alone, and it was very difficult for her to do. And in the end, she did die. Her life was taken because of her choosing to do the right thing and listen to God and speak her truth. But one thing about Joan of Arc that stands out to me is that she was guided by Archangel Michael. And Archangel Michael is, like I said, the sword of truth, the word of God. The word is the sword. So, and we've got all the sword energy. And Joan of Arc, that was her thing. She spoke her truth. She spoke the truth, right? So release the fear of persecution and speak your truth. You might be dealing with some past life issues, or issues even from this life, around speaking your truth, being heard. Maybe you've dealt with a lot of verbal abuse or gaslighting. And this reading is really driving home the need for you to choose your highest timeline in which you are a leader who speaks the truth. You will be guided and protected by God and Archangel Michael if you choose to walk that path, but it will involve you doing some healing, some transmuting, some energy field adjustment. You can pray about that and ask for help with those things. You can find more traditional methods like psychotherapy, talk therapy, self-help, personal growth, books, podcasts, videos. Like, I don't think what you need is anything political. I think what you need is healing. So you need to be courageous and brave about speaking your truth. You also need to understand that you might have blockages from this life in the past or other past lives that give you like a persecution complex or make you afraid to speak up. And this reading is just letting you know that that is a destiny that awaits you, is speaking your truth. If you also work on healing yourself, and part of what you have to heal is a persecution complex or being afraid to speak the truth, right? For myself, I feel like you need to use discernment about where and when, like you need to pick your battles wisely. But there's nothing wrong with using discernment, keeping things to yourself, um, being careful who you tell what to, but still maintaining a standard of like the truth as you know it, right? So for you, something that might be helpful other than like therapy and self-help personal development work on letting go of fear, on healing from past traumatic experiences of being lied to or gaslit or told not to speak your truth or whatever it is. Getting through that, you can use other things too, like lapis lazuli. The blue stones are the fifth chakra, which is communication, and would be also, I think it's creativity too, and would be in need of healing if you have been shy to speak your truth or not sure about speaking your truth. Like I said, like you don't have to tell everything to everyone at all times. You can use discernment, you can keep things back, keep things to yourself, tell things in amounts that you're comfortable with. But definitely there's a gift here. You've been given a gift, and the gift is not only one of leadership, it's one of communication. So if you, my advice to you is if you are struggling with that, to call on Archangel Michael, to pray to the Most High God, to work with your own higher self and move forward on that path, healing, letting go of past blockages, traumas, things like that. Maybe start journaling in a journal just for yourself so you can be completely honest with yourself. Um, and then as you go forward in life, being brave to take small steps forward in speaking the truth. So maybe you don't start out with like a 1,000-page autobiography. Maybe you start out with a 5-minute introductory video or something like that. But only you will really know what path you're being called to. But that's what I'm seeing here, collective. Um, the other stuff that's going on here, I think, has to do with systems that have been in place either in your personal life or in the world as a whole that held people in bondage of lies. So we have the divine change, we have the hidden truths, the secrets, we have the non, like the Ace of Wands shouldn't be in reverse. Like, how can a fresh start be in reverse unless there's something or someone either trying to get a fresh start that should not happen or trying to stop a fresh start that is destined to happen. So that's what I'm getting from this. And then the Three of Swords is usually heartbreak, betrayal, because it's swords. Again, it's communication, it's words, right? And then the Six of Wands would be if you're on your path and you're speaking the truth, there should be a certain amount of recognition, acknowledgement, and gratitude that you are receiving back. And this would be that not happening or there being a thwarting to that. But the King of Wands as the final card and the King of Swords as the initial card are telling me that the energy surrounding you, collective, is very stable. And there is there is an energy, and then we have here too the Page of Swords and the Eight of Wands, which are both about communication, whether that's seeking the truth, telling the truth, getting messages, whatever. I'm seeing, and the energy field adjustment too is like a fire energy. So what I'm seeing is like a burning away of all the lies and the illusions, and a stepping into an authentic truth that involves you healing from the lies and the gaslighting and that kind of stuff of the past. I don't know if these message cards resonate with you in particular, collective, but it could also be maybe in the future the truth that you're bringing will allow the hold of illusion that the lies of the world, the inverted parts of the world have held over us, you in particular, or the collective as a whole. So maybe that is a part of it. I'm seeing the clear sword energy. I'm seeing the spark of creativity, but also the burning away of illusions. And the King of Wands is the last card, is giving me the, sorry, my foot just fell asleep, is giving me the feeling, collective, that you'll be able to create, you'll be able to help create, or to create, because the King of Wands is a creative leader. He is a leader. He may be of the four kings the most fit to lead if he is in the upright and has mastered himself. If the King of Wands is not in the upright, then he can be very destructive instead of creative. But in the upright, he is creative and a wise leader, and he is also able to pull the community together to accomplish goals, which is going to be massive in the future. Let's get you a few more cards, and then I'm going to call this a reading. Okay, let's see what we got. I show up for myself in the world. I'm ready to receive love. If I want to feel supported, I must support myself. So that is your reading. Actually, you know what? Maybe we'll grab one more. So yeah, collective, I think with a bit of inner work to heal and transmute the past, you will be a wonderful leader. Okay. Blessing bestowed. There is no end to the Divine Mother's ingenuity and grace. No obstacle can obstruct her generosity and protection. So get used to the feeling of the joy of knowing something truly precious is going to unfold in your life. Nurture that feeling like you would the readiness for spring in your heart when winter is upon you. You know it is coming, and you anticipate it with such pleasure. Okay, collective, so that has been your reading for today. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if this video resonated with you, and check out my TikTok if you are on TikTok and that interests you. And take care. I'll see you in the future. All right, bye.